Hi, it's John Cunningham, and today I'm with Trent, our Head of Property Management, to talk about what matters in the market of property management. Trent, we're at the end of the financial year. We've seen a lot of things happen in the last 6 months. How would you sum up the market in the last 6 months?
Definitely, the market's been good in the last 6 months. We have seen that our market here, on the Northern Beaches, which I consider to be a micro market, has performed well and it has consistently performed throughout the year. We have had a bit of fun with the media, talking about the Sydney market as being the only market in Sydney.
Yeah.
We on the beaches are unique. We cannot, compare ourselves to Western Sydney or Eastern Sydney or any other part. We've got our own micro market. So,
what drives that? I mean, what is it about here that's different to them? Because the queues of people lining up for properties that you see in the media is just not happening here right now, is it?
Not right now. We did see it. So probably February, early March this year, we did have a low supply of stock.
Right.
So we were holding. We had for lease at any one time 5 or 6 properties out of the 1,430 that we manage. So that was what the media is saying.
Right, yeah.
That was exactly what it was. That then compiled for whatever reason into holding 14, 15, 16, 17 properties for lease,
right.
Which therefore supply and demand, tenants had more stuff to look at, so therefore the demand wasn't as high.
So right now we're seeing rents have gone up over the last 2 years effectively, but they've stabilised again. We're only seeing, I think, average of 3 people through open homes.
That's right.
This last month.
Yeah, that's right. So last weekend we had 18 open homes and we had an average of 2.9 people through each open home. Obviously some open homes had more people than that through, and some had less.
Yeah.
But it seems to me at the moment the most popular or the busiest open homes would be the 2-bedroom apartments. DY especially is performing very well in the $650 to $700 a week range.
Yep.
And we had one there that had 13 groups through it last weekend.
Right. So it is interesting, isn't it? You look at what's happening from a macro perspective, look at that micro marketplace. We certainly haven't seen investors coming back in and buying property, so we're not having that supply occur. We're actually not seeing people move in as frequently as they used to, so people are staying put. So having looked at that and gone, well, okay, we've seen what's happened the last 6 months. What's your predictions for the next 6 months?
I would say the next 6 months, so we are quite seasonal here on the Northern Beaches. We always have been. For some reason, people like to move around when the weather's warmer. So let's get closer to the beach. When people are walking around in bikinis with surfboards under their arms, that's when the Northern Beaches really performs. So I would say traditionally September is when that starts to happen. The best months we've had for leasing in the past have been October, November, where you'll see stock shorten slightly and the demand will pick up. So therefore, that's how.
So with the demand picking up, we're looking at rents going up again.
Correct.
So that's traditionally how it plays out.
That's how it plays out. Yes. Yeah.
And I noticed that when we look at Cunningham's as an organisation, in the last month I was astounded when I saw the stats. Our average days on market was 10, whereas the industry average on the Northern Beaches is 25. So
25,
when you look at that and say, well, what's that mean? What's the benefit for potential landlords to talk to us about managing their property?
Absolutely, it means less downtime. So because we are so effective in what we do in terms of our leasing model, it just means that we can get it done quicker than anyone else, and that puts money back in your pocket.
So effectively 2 weeks a year in your pocket through efficiency and effectiveness in what we do.
And systems.
And systems, We love our processes. We love connecting tenants with the right properties and so on. So when we look at that and go, okay, been an interesting past 6 months. We've got a bit of a sense of where we're heading now, which is interesting because it's been so uncertain for so long. I think what we're able to do with clients right now is provide them a bit more certainty about where we're going. And guidance. Absolutely.
So as I touched on briefly, the media is telling everyone something. We need to guide people as to the best way and the best way to
good dose of reality.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Thanks, Trent. Appreciate your time.
No worries.
Thanks, everyone, for tuning in to our Market Matters for the end of financial year 23. Stay tuned for our next edition.